Jerry Marotta and I talk about Styx frontman Gowan, Larry Gowan. I'm John Beaudin from Rocky Street Music. We've got a couple of interviews in that corner of Larry Gowan back in the early days when he was recording at Ringo Starr's studio, those first couple of albums. And now, of course, for the last 20 years, he's been the lead singer or one of the singers of Styx. We talk about that.
You have a striking resemblance to Larry Gowan, who's a Canadian singer that I did 2 records with.
Well,
does anybody ever tell you that?
I have not. Oh, right here. Look at. Here we go. Hold on a second. Can you see that?
No. Oh, Gowan, 1985. Awesome.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a quarter-inch tape?
Yeah, that's an old interview that.
Oh yeah.
He talks about you on that.
Well, he loves me.
He loves you. He loves you.
We were like we're so tight. Yeah. I mean, now he's in the
Styx.
He's been doing that for 20 years. But we're like bonded. I just know his family. That record we did, the Strange Animal record, was Larry and I laid down the groundwork for that record. He thought I was the producer. He thought I was producing the record. And I really was, in many ways, I was producing the record. We laid down the groundwork for that record, singing, grooving, limb drum, drums. I did my thing that I do. And early on, it was just Larry and I. Ringo's house.
Ringo's house. I remember he had said in that interview, he says, and I mentioned it when you were doing your video, that Ringo came downstairs and Larry looks up at him. He says, well, I see you're getting at it. Well, I'll let you get at it. Then he goes back upstairs.
Yeah. I think Ringo would sometimes pop his head in because the studio was set up in a way like in the hallway. At the end, there was a door, and that door went right into Ringo's kitchen. So in the morning, if you stood back there by the door, you would have at some point hear him having breakfast with his kids and his wife. She had Barbara Bach, I think. She had 2 children, not with him, but they were, youngish, and you could hear that Ringo voice through the door, talking about stuff. Yelling at them, or I don't know, whatever he did.
Whatever fathers do, yeah.
But it was that was an awesome experience. But anyway, Larry, you got like it's funny through the whole interview. I'm like, this guy looks like Larry Gowan.
What is it about Larry? Larry is. I remember the guy who did that interview. He gave me all his. Actually, I'll show you. He gave me all his interviews. That's why I have reel-to-reels. But anyway, you have to bake the tape because they're so old. But he said after the interview, he came up to me, he says, man, Larry's got a presence about him. There's something about that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's hard to say. I know him in a different way. I know him in a very different way.
Of course you do, yeah.
He's just like he's like a hockey puck. He plays hockey, I don't know, he's just a guy. He's a regular guy. He's not, but he's talented. He's smart. He's lucky. Everything fell into place. That Strange Animal record, could have gone down, like the Titanic.
Yeah.
But and that's I don't even know if there's the time to tell it. If we talk again another time, that's an unbelievable story about how that record how they broke that record. How they broke that record at and one thing about it was they postponed the release.
Right.
Here he is, he's got his record, and they're like, okay, well, we're not going to put it out. We're not going to put it out in March. We're going to wait till October.
Why?
Next gen. I think it's because CBS have a schedule of record. They have Michael Jackson, the Thriller's going to come out, and then Springsteen's got to. They have to. They can't. They have to spread them out. They have to spread them out, and so that's traditionally the way it works. The promotion. We need to promote. Pay attention to these particular records because they're the cash cow. They're how we were able to pay for the Gowan record. You're an unknown artist. But I will tell you just quickly.
Oh, yeah.
They had big marketing meeting listening to the songs. They picked a song. They was going to make a video, and that was going to be the single. Well, the president of the label goes on the weekend to his country house with his family and the cassette or whatever of Strange Animal. He's playing it in his little home office. The song Criminal Mind is playing. His kids come running into the room and said, "What is that? What? Wow, that is awesome. Who is that? What is that?" Monday morning, he goes in, he calls everybody in, and he goes, "Scrap what we talked about. Forget what we said on Friday. This is the single, Criminal Mind." He said, we're not gonna do the other, whatever song it was. We're gonna put Criminal Mind out first, because the kids. Can you imagine if the kids hadn't heard it or run in? Who knows what would have happened? But it's so bizarre.
Yeah.
The way things can happen, and in the music business, it's inspiring, because the music business is totally screwed up in a big way. It's totally screwed up. I mean, the music industry kind of forced Peter to make a record like So with Big Time and Sledgehammer. They're not bad, but the real true Peter Gabriel fans, they didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of people like, yeah, you know what SO stands for? Sold out.
I heard that, yeah.
Very disappointed.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, it did make him a global superstar.
It did. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Gowan, Criminal Minds.
More from Jerry Marotta. I think we have one last clip or two coming up next week. Make sure you comment on our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Beaudin from Rocky Street Music.